So we're going to start sitting today. Let's do this with the legs. Take the legs just a little bit wider than hip width apart and bend the knees a little bit. Now we're going to rest our hands anywhere on the knees, maybe above the knees or below. And we're going to inhale and arch the back. Arch the back, go into extension. Now as you exhale and round the back, go ahead and straighten out your legs. Flex your feet, push the heels forward. And we'll inhale, bend the knees a little bit. And we arch the back. What we're doing is lifting up the chest and looking up slightly. And exhale. We'll curl the whole spine round. So pull the belly in, and we keep our chin above the pubic bone the whole time. We inhale, arch. And exhale, round. And inhale, arch. And exhale, round. Do that one more time. Inhale, arch. And exhale, round. And we'll come to sitting upright comfortably. Let's just hold the knees bent a little bit and relax the feet. And we're going to move our arms around in the shoulder joints. I want you to start by sitting up really tall and getting a nice flat back and letting the shoulder blades relax. Arms will go forward without leaving the shoulder joints. We'll inhale and take the arms up. And right here, we want to check on two things. We want to make sure the shoulder blades are relaxed down and make sure the lower ribs are down and inward. In this way, we're not arching our low back. And we take the arms out to the side and sweep them forward. So we're going to do that again with the breath. Inhale up and exhale out to the side and forward. No change in the spine here. The spine stays neutral and tall and straight. One more time. Inhale up and long exhale out and forward. We're going to go the other direction now. Inhale out, inhale up, following the same rules. And exhale, arms forward. And arms out, and arms up, and exhale. Two more times. Again, spine stays still, rib cage stays still, and shoulders, the arms stay attached into the shoulder joints. Very nice. We're going to straighten our legs now. Flexing the feet. If you have tight hamstrings, I want you to bend your knees a little bit. And I'm going to bend my knees a little to show solidarity with you. Again, sitting up tall and straight and bringing the fingertips right alongside the head, elbows out to the side. We'll inhale, side bend toward your screen. And exhale, come to center. Inhale, side bend away from the screen. And exhale to center. And toward the screen. And back to the center, away from the screen, and back to the center. Now we're going to pause, take an inhale, get a little taller, and exhale, twist toward the screen. And inhale to center. Exhale, twist away from the screen, and inhale to center. One more time each side. The movement comes from the rib cage. It's not about the arms or the shoulders. And back to center. Putting it together. Exhale, twist toward your screen. Inhale, stay in the twist and do a little side bend. Exhale, come upright. And inhale, untwist. Other direction. Exhale, twist. Inhale, side bend. Exhale, upright. Inhale, untwist. One more each side. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And last one. Exhale, inhale, and exhale, and inhale. We'll relax for a second, bring the legs together, and we're going to put the block, if you have a block, put the block between your feet. Also, you can use a rolled up towel. If you don't have a block or a towel, you don't need one. Just bring your feet together. Legs are straight and feet slightly pointed. We'll sit up tall, arms forward, and go into the C curve. That means we're rounding the spine just a little bit. We'll take an inhale to prepare, and we'll exhale, roll back about halfway. Pause right here, inhale, and then exhale, roll back up. Inhale, come to a flat back. Exhale, C curve, round back about 3/4 of the way. Pause, inhale. Exhale, roll back up. Inhale here. And we're going to go down all the way. Exhale, exhale, exhale. The rib cage comes down. Then the arms go up and the head comes down. And we'll circle the arms around. If you have the block between your feet, give that block a little squeeze. Press your low back against the mat. And bend your knees. And carefully take the block. The block's going to go between the knees, getting ready for our pelvic curls, our bridges. You can have the block the narrow width or the medium width, whichever your body likes. Just for a change of pace, we're going to take our arms out to the side for this one. Airplane position, palms up. Now move your spine around a little bit and make sure your low back isn't overarched, but you're not pressing your low back into the mat either. We're going to do a little pelvic rocks. Now you may not even see this on your screen, but what you're doing is pressing your low back into the mat and curling your tail up. And then as you inhale, you'll arch the back so the low back actually leaves the mat. We'll exhale, you're rocking the pelvis is what you're doing. So inhale, pelvis rocks away from you. Exhale, pelvis rocks up and toward you. One more time, inhale. And then we'll segue right into our bridge. Exhale, press the low back against the mat, and the pubic bone leads the way up. Inhale here at the top. Exhale, control it down, one vertebra at a time. Inhale, come to neutral spine. And exhale, we're going to do it again. Now see if you can get the pubic bone lifted a little higher. The pubic bone should be a little higher than the hip bones. Inhale at the top. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, neutral spine. Again, the pelvic rock happens. The sacrum lifts the mat. The spine floats up one vertebra at a time. As we inhale at the top, we're in a long straight line. And exhale, lower the spine one vertebra at a time. And inhale. We're going to do one more. Think about your feet and your toes. As you roll up, the feet are pressing equally into the mat, and all 10 toes are also pressing into the mat. Everything does its job. Inhale. Exhale, lower the spine one vertebra at a time. And you're in neutral spine. Going into our spine twist. This is important. Press your low back against the mat. Keep the abdominal strong. And then lift the legs up to tabletop position. Knees right above the hip joints. Shins parallel to the floor. Keep that low back pressed against the mat. And as you twist out toward your screen, as you pivot your hips, don't let the low back arch. I don't even care how far out you go. You don't have to go out very far. And then come back to the middle. And we're going to go the other direction. Inhale. Stop before the opposite shoulder comes up. Exhale back to center. Again, we'll inhale out. And exhale to center. Each time it comes to the center, low back presses against the mat. Inhale other way. Exhale back to center. And inhale, knees toward your screen. Exhale to center. Inhale, twisting away from your screen. Exhale to center. Now we have one more each side. We're going to just have a little fun here. Inhale, pivot toward your screen. Stay here. Exhale, straighten only the upper leg. Inhale, bend the upper knee. And exhale, come back to center. We'll go the other way. Inhale out. Exhale, straighten only the upper leg. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, come to center. Now again, we're going to be really careful to keep that low back against the mat because we're going to lower both legs at the same time. Softly to the floor. Very nice. Bring your hands behind your head. Now before we start lifting up in chest lift, I want you to wiggle around, make your spine feel like it's longer, make your neck feel like it's longer. Attach your feet and your toes into the mat. Notice how your low back is in neutral. We're going to leave it in neutral. And we'll exhale and lift up to our chest lift, keeping length in the body. Pause and inhale, and exhale, slowly lower. And inhale at the bottom, and again, keeping the spine as long as possible. That's more important than lifting high. You don't have to lift high. And exhale down. Take your inhale. Exhale, lift. There should be no movement from the waistline down. Everything stays the same from the waistline down. And lower. Inhale at the bottom. Again, exhale, lifting up. Pausing to inhale. And exhale, slowly lower. Adding on, we'll inhale at the bottom. Exhale, lift. Pause and inhale. And our rib cage is going to twist toward the screen as you exhale. Inhale back to center, stay lifted. Exhale, twist away from the screen. And inhale to center. And exhale, twist toward the screen. Inhale to center. And exhale, twist. No movement in the legs. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist. Inhale to center. We're going to stop right here. Grab the legs just for a minute. See if we can not only lift a little bit higher, but lengthen a little more. And then hands behind the head. And one more time each way. Exhale, twist toward your screen. Inhale to center. And exhale, twist away from your screen. Inhale to center, all the way to the center. And only then do we slowly lower down. Very nice. We're going to keep using the block if you have a block. Let's put that block between the feet. So the feet are parallel. The block is the skinny way. We're going to take our legs straight up to the ceiling. I want you to grab the back of your legs and give yourself a little hamstring stretch here. I want you to pull the legs in, but try to keep your tail down on the mat. Go ahead and gently point and flex your feet if that feels good for you. Now we're going to keep our feet flexed, bring the hands behind the head. We'll lift up into a chest lift position as we keep the legs lifted. You can see your belly, hollow it out. Straighten the legs more and flex the feet. Inhale, legs go down almost halfway, and then point the feet. Exhale, legs come back up. And inhale, as you flex the feet, the legs float down. As you point the feet, the legs float up. Now the upper body stays lifted. Upper body's not involved. We'll do one more here. And exhale out. Very good. Lower your head for a minute. Bend your knees and set the block aside. And bring your legs back up and bring your hands behind your head and lift up to a chest lift position again. And now let the legs come apart just a little bit and point both feet. Lower the right leg down until the heel barely touches the floor, and then switch the legs. We're going to go right into our hamstring pull. Pulse the right leg twice, switch, pulse, pulse, and pulse, pulse, and exhale, and exhale. Keep the belly scooped, keep the back of the neck feeling long, keep the legs as straight as they'll go. Don't worry about how high the legs come up. Many people are pretty tight in the hamstrings. One more each side. And come down and rest. We'll go into, well, actually in a minute we're going to go into our bridge. We're going to practice moving our legs around a little bit. Find your home position, arms alongside the body now. So keeping the hips down, keeping the spine in neutral, just lift up the right leg, keeping the right knee bent. And then lower that right foot down. Same thing with the left leg. And lower it down. Keep going. If you want, you can put your hands on your lower belly and just monitor yourself. You shouldn't feel any movement. Think about being able to feel your spine through your flesh here, through your tissues. No movement in that spine. No movement anywhere in the spine. Obviously, the pelvis is staying level. It's not rocking around. Good. One more time with the left leg. We're even on both sides. And come down. Take our arms alongside the body. Let's go right into our bridge. Feet are attached to the mat. Exhale, tuck the pelvis. Exhale, float up. Just stay lifted here, and we're going to check ourselves out. Put your hands on your pelvis, find your pubic bone. That pubic bone should be higher than the front of the hip bones, top of the hip bones. Good. No arch in the low back. Arms relax here along the mat. Exhale, lift up the right leg, just like we did before. Inhale, lower, and then left leg. Exhale, up. Inhale, lower, and right leg up, and lower. And left leg up, and lower, and right leg, and lower, and left leg, and lower. We have one more time each side. And last one. And lower. Good. Both feet are down. Let's get the pubic bone up a little more. Now you feel a little stretch right along the quads here. Arms relax alongside the mat. Let's come down. Exhale. One vertebra at a time. Knees to chest. Lift up your head if you want. Take a little break and move around. Okay, we're going to go into our abdominal exercises. We'll bring the legs to tabletop. A little space between the knees. Hands behind the head. Lift up to a chest lift. So there's going to be some twisting involved here, going into our crisscross. Left leg out long, right knee in a little closer. Now lift that rib cage up a little higher. As you exhale, twist to the right toward the bent knee, and then switch. And we'll reach, and twist, and twist, and exhale, and kick, and reach, and twist, and exhale, and exhale, and exhale, and exhale. Last one toward your left knee, and then we'll come back to the middle. And we're going to go into a pendulum. So lower your head to the mat, bring the legs up to the ceiling. Take your arms out to the side along the floor in an airplane position. Flex your feet, press your low back against the mat, and straighten the legs as much as they'll go. Now on the inhale, pivot the hips toward your camera, toward your screen. I don't care how far your legs go out, doesn't matter. Exhale, come to center. Inhale, pivot away from the screen. Keep the legs straight if you can. Exhale to center. Again, toward your screen. Inhale. And exhale. And away from the screen. Inhale. And exhale. And toward the screen. Inhale. And exhale. Feel the arms against the floor. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. We'll bend the knees. We'll lower it 1 foot at a time. Take a real quick full body stretch. Arms overhead, legs out long. And then we'll go into the exercise called double leg with rotation. So let's come to our home position first. I gotta adjust my clothing. So hands will go behind the head. We'll lift up to a chest lift position. And then the legs come to tabletop. The legs and the feet are together. The knees come in even closer, and lift the chest up a little higher so it's a little closer to the knees. Inhale, legs go out in a long 45-degree line. Exhale, knees come back in. 2 more times. Now there's no change in the low back. You try to keep the low back pressed against the mat. And inhale out and exhale in. We're going to be adding the twist. Inhale, legs out. As you exhale, the knees come in, twist toward your screen. Inhale, legs out, come to the middle. Exhale, twist away from your screen. Inhale, legs out. Exhale, twist. 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 Inhale, legs out, and 1 more time each side. Last one. Inhale, legs out. Bring your right leg to tabletop, lower the foot. Bring your left leg to tabletop and lower the foot. And lower the head. We'll set up for another bridge. I think we're going to take our arms out to the side again, palms up. Nice little change of pace. Find your perfect home position for the legs. And we'll tuck the pelvis and exhale and roll up to the bridge. I think the last two classes we did, we lifted and lowered from our bridge with one leg. We're not going to lift and lower, but we will take the right leg up and reach the toes for the ceiling. So you're pointing the right foot, and this movement will come from the hip joints. We're going to do little leg circles. Let's go one direction. These circles are about the size of a really large grapefruit. And we're breathing. And then we'll pause and go the other direction. So probably 8 to 10 circles. You want to work to keep that right hip bone lifted up. Good, and we'll pause the leg. We'll bend the knee, take the right foot to the floor. Correct your pelvis if you need to. You may have to lift back up. Left leg up, foot is pointed. Now you're reaching for the ceiling, and hold that as you start your little circles. And of course, breathe. Pause, go the other way. Keep pushing that right foot into the floor. And pause. We'll bend the knee, lower the left foot to the floor, and hopefully our left hip bone stayed lifted up the whole time. Let's take one more inhale as we get the pubic bone up a little higher. And then we'll exhale, lower one vertebra at a time. Real quickly, knees to chest, take a short break. And we've done pendulum, so we're all warmed up for the corkscrew. We're going to bring our head down, legs go up again, feet are flexed, legs squeeze together, arms out to the side in a near clean position. We're going to pivot toward your screen. So inhale, pivot the legs out to the side, and then exhale, semicircle down and around to the other side, and come back to the middle. Going the other way, a short inhale out, and a longer exhale as you circle around, and exhale as you come to the middle. Other direction, inhale out, give me a full semicircle all the way around before you come to the middle. Other way, inhale out, exhale, circle around. It's the hip action. All the pivoting is in the hips. The hips lead the legs. And to the middle. We have one more to go. Inhale out. Exhale, circle around. Come to the middle. Lower one foot. Lower the other foot. Find your home position, hands behind the head. Lift up into a beautiful chest lift with a nice long spine. So we're going to be moving sideways. We're going to stay lifted. We're going to be reaching with one arm. So take your left arm away, have it parallel to the floor alongside your body, palms down, and then just take your spine into a side bend so that you can actually see around the left side of your leg. Little pulses with the fingertips. We're going to go toward the ankles. Just pulse, pulse. Pulse, 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 and that's 8. And then come back to the middle. Switch hands. Then get the side bend to the right. Look around the right side of your leg, and we'll pulse, 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 and 5, 6, 7, 8. Back to the middle. Let's do that again. Left arm out, side bend to the left. We're going to do 6. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to the middle. Right arm out, side bend to the right. And 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And back to the middle. We're going to go to the other side again. We're going to do 4. And I want you to make these pulses very mindful. So we're going to go a little slower. 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to the middle. Switch arms, side bend to the right, and 4, 3, 2, 1. And back to the middle, both hands behind the head. Let's leave our head and our chest lifted. We'll bring the left leg up, and point the foot. We'll bring the right leg long away, right leg resting on the floor. Lift the chest a little higher. Pulse the left leg twice and switch, and pulse, pulse, and pulse, pulse. And now we're going to add the twist. You twist toward your upper leg and then twist toward the other upper leg. The upper leg pulses, the rest of the body does not. A few more to go. And we're going to come down and rest just for a second. Take a breath. We're going to go back up to that chest lift position. We'll bring, again, the legs up one leg at a time. Now we're going to lower our right leg again, almost all the way to the floor, and then we're going to helicopter the legs around, come back in the other way, and helicopter back the other way, and come back in. You have an option to just stay here and keep helicoptering the legs. You also have the option to take a twist. So you would twist toward the upper leg, twist toward the other leg, and twist, and exhale, and exhale. One more each side. And we'll come back to the middle. Find a graceful, beautiful way to come down to the mat and take a full body stretch. Arms overhead, legs out long. Feel free to take a sip of water here if you want. 2 more breaths. Big breaths. 1 more breath. Good. We'll go for another bridge. So this time, arms alongside the body. Bend the knees. Find your home position. And I want you to walk your heels in really close to your butt. So you're going to bend your knees more than usual. Attach the feet to the floor, tuck the pelvis, and float your hips up to your bridge. And lift up to the tiptoes. How high can you lift your heels? Now, if your pubic bone dropped, lift the pubic bone back up. You should feel a little stretch along here maybe. And then just lower the heels. And now flex the feet. So you're going to lift up all parts of the feet except for the heels. And again, get that pubic bone lifted up a little more. And then flatten the feet. So again, tiptoes, lower the heels, flex the feet, and lower, and tiptoes, and lower the heels, and flex the feet, and lower. Doing it in opposition now. Left foot to tiptoes, right foot flexes, and switch, and switch, and a little faster, and switch, 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 breathe, 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 breathe. Check the pubic bone and make sure it's not dropping. Keep the abdominal muscles working hard to try to keep the pelvis tucked. And switch, 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 and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and flatten both feet. 1 more inhale. Exhale, visualize the spine lengthening out as you lower 1 vertebra at a time. Pull the knees into the chest. Move your body around a little. And then holding on to your legs, straighten your legs up to the ceiling. I want you to just point and flex your feet, just make them feel good. You can also do little circles with your feet, going in one direction and then the other direction. Your call here, whatever you want to do. And then we'll come down. So roll over onto your side so you're facing the camera. We're going to do our basic side lift. I brought a towel. I've started using a towel to put under my head, and this is a good time to put a folded up towel under your head. You can also just let your head rest on your lower arm. Now the lower arm is long along the floor, lined up with the spine. The legs are straight and together, but we're going to take the legs slightly forward. This will be the kickstand hand. So this hand is going to be on the floor just for support, somewhere in front of your chest. I want you to visualize lengthening out your spine, especially the waistline. Narrow the waistline. As you exhale, float both legs up off the floor. And if you can, keep the feet together. And then inhale, lower the legs almost all the way to the floor. And exhale, lift them up again. And inhale, lower. And exhale, lift. And inhale, lower. And think about this. Think about relaxing the legs as the center of the body lifts up the legs. The legs are long and fluid, but they're not struggling. You're not clenching the leg muscles. It's your core that's lifting up the legs. Good, we'll do one more. And lower the legs. We'll take away our kickstand arm. You can have the arm straight up or you can have the arm alongside your body, whichever you like. Exhale, lift up the legs. See, now you have to balance. Inhale, lower and hover. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower and hover. And lift. And lower. Be sure the abdominals, the belly muscles are playing a part here. And lower, 2 more to go. And lower, 1 more time. Both legs up. And both legs slowly lower. Very nice. Remove your towel if you have a towel. Come on up to your elbow. Getting ready for our side kick. Legs are in the same position. And 2 things to think about here. We want to have our spine really straight. So instead of the rib cage sagging to the floor, we'll lift the rib cage up so it's nice and long and straight. And also we want to stay lifted out of this lower shoulder. So push the elbow and the forearm into the mat. Other arm reaches up. Use this position to widen the chest and then bring the fingertips alongside the head. And without losing anything you have, lift the upper leg up so it's parallel to the floor. Flex the foot. Swing the leg forward. Pulse it twice. Point the foot. Swing the leg behind you without arching your low back and pulse it twice. A little faster. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Flex and point. And forward and back. And exhale and inhale and exhale and inhale. We'll bring the leg to the starting place and go ahead and lower it. Push yourself up to sitting. Let's go right to the other side. I'm going to unhook my little microphone. We'll do the same sequence on the other side. Towel under your head if you're using one. I suggest just going to the other side, continuing to face your camera. Lower arm along the floor, palm up. Kickstand hand resting on the floor. Hips are stacked and legs slightly to the front. Now it's all going to come from our center. All the work comes from our center, not the legs. Exhale, float the legs up. Inhale, lift the legs lower and hover. Exhale, float the legs up. And inhale, lower. And lift. And lower. And lift. And lower. We'll do 2 more here. And last one. And lower the legs. Let's take away the kickstand arm, so either alongside like so or up to the ceiling. All the other rules apply. Exhale, float the legs up. Inhale, lower and hover. And lift. And lower. And lift. And lower. And exhale. And inhale, 1 more set. Exhale up. And inhale, lower. Very nice. Coming up to the elbow for the side kick. So take as much time as you need getting into position. Lift it out of the shoulder. Spine is straight. Some of you might have to just take your hand under the rib cage and kind of encourage the rib cage up. Now we'll widen our chest. Bend the elbow, fingertips to the side of the head. Lift the upper leg so it's parallel to the floor. Don't let this change anything in your body. Flex the foot. Swing the leg forward. Pulse, pulse. Point the foot. Swing the leg back. Pulse, pulse. Exhale forward. Inhale back. So I'll talk about something else while we continue this. Sometimes we tend to go into a little internal or external rotation in the hip joint, maybe to make it easier. Preferably your hip joint is neutral. Everything moves directly forward and directly back without any screwdrivering. One more each way, front and back, and then start position and leg comes down. Very nice. Now we'll come to sitting, facing your camera. And we'll take a little intermission before we go onto our belly. So grab the back of your legs with your knees bent, bring the legs together. Hold on to the back of your legs and just tilt your upper body back, keeping the back straight. Now just note where your body is and take the arms forward. Now straighten only the left leg and hold and breathe. And then the left knee. So we're keeping the knees together. Straighten the right leg. Keep the knees together. Relax the shoulders and don't lift the spine round. And relax. Sit upright, grab onto your knees, take a little break. Can we go to the next level? Tilt your upper body back again. Squeeze your feet and your knees together. Arms forward. Left leg straightens. Right leg straightens. Oh, look at this. We're in a teaser. 5 more seconds. And 4, and 3, and 2. And now listen to me. Bend your left knee first, left foot to the floor, and then right foot to the floor. Then sit up and relax. Any stretch you want to take. It should feel really good to round the back right here and kind of stretch out those back muscles. All righty. So we're going to lie on our belly. I'm going to lie in this direction. It'll probably make more sense to you if you're lying in the same direction I am. Starting with our basic back extension. So in a nutshell, we want to have a really long body. Feet pointed, legs together, arms press into the sides of the body. The upper chest and the shoulders and the face are just off the mat. Belly pulls in. Now on the inhale, we lift the head, chest, and shoulders. Doesn't have to be too high. Exhale, lower and hover. The second one, we're going to lift up a little higher. So inhale, and exhale, lower. And a little higher still. Inhale, and exhale, lower. We have 2 more to go. Inhale, and exhale, lower. Now here's your chance to break your personal record. One last time. Inhale up, stay long, and exhale, lower, and rest, stack the hands. Relax the legs. So in a minute, we're going to copy locust pose from your yoga classes, except we're going to take movement and we're going to involve a little leg movement too. It's going to be a little bit different from the way we usually do it. Take another breath. All right, the legs are slightly apart, feet are pointed, the arms are going to be alongside the body, and the arms are slightly away from the body. Now, if you open up those shoulders, you'll have the palms facing down and the thumbs facing outward. The entire body very long. Flatten the belly, pull it in. Inhale, lift up all parts of the body. And then exhale, lower almost all the way down. We're going to do that 2 more times and then add on. So inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower without missing a beat. We're going to inhale, lift again. Exhale, squeeze the legs together as close as they'll go. Inhale, take the legs apart as far as they'll comfortably go. Exhale, lower. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, legs apart. Exhale, lower. 2 more times, please. Inhale, up. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, legs apart. Exhale, lower. 1 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, legs apart. Exhale, lower. And rest however you're comfortable. Just find a way to rest. Just relax. We're going to take 3 breaths here as we allow our body to soften a little more. One more breath. Good. Come on up. You're welcome to go right into a rest pose, or you're welcome to go right into a modified cat-cow stretch with me. We're going to arch our back first. Inhale. Now, as you exhale, come to a straight spine, but don't round your back yet. Just pull the belly in, that's all. Good. Inhale, a full arch of the back, lifting up the tail feathers and looking forward. And exhale, now round your spine a little bit, but keep the spine long. Inhale, arch the back. Now I think we've released our back muscles. We can take our full cat stretch. So pull the belly in, lift the mid-spine up toward the ceiling. And again, inhale, arch. And exhale, round. Pull the belly button in deep. One more time. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Good, we'll come to neutral. Come on to sitting. Just sit on your mat, face your camera, face your computer. Let's take the legs out long and together in front of us. Feel free to bend the knees if you need to. Otherwise, have nice straight legs. I'd like everybody to flex the feet. Rest your hands alongside you on the mat. On the inhale, we're going to do our arm circles again. So bring those arms up, but make sure the shoulder blades are down. Then we're going to exhale, circle the arms back out again. We're going to try that again. Inhale, keeping the back flat as you keep the shoulder blades down. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. So good for shoulder mobility. Now we're going to inhale again, arms out and up again. And we'll exhale. As we round our spine, we're going to keep that spine long. So I'm going to lean back a little bit here, and then I'm going to launch out of my pelvis to roll forward and reach for the toes. Most of you should be able to reach the toes. Hold on to the toes. If you can't reach the toes, hands rest on the shins. Now take 3 slow breaths, inhaling and narrowing the waistline and lengthening the spine, and exhaling, letting everything relax a little bit. And inhaling, lengthening the spine, staying rounded over. And exhale. And one more time, inhale. And exhale. Now as you inhale, we're going to stack our spine. Let go of your toes, flatten the low back first, and then flatten the mid-spine. Then flatten the upper part of the spine. So right here, you're sitting up tall and straight, and the head is still dropped. And then we'll bring the chin up last. And bring the arms out in front of you. And give yourselves a big hand. And I'm going to be here a week from now. If you want to join me live, 1 o'clock Friday, or you can watch the recorded class anytime you want, even if it's 2 in the morning. I'll see you in a week. Have a fabulous Friday.